I know, Billy Mays or something. What's up, everybody? We're doing. Tonight we're gonna do something here in a little bit. I don't know if you guys know. Me and Dave, we're gonna do a roast battle. Me and him are gonna stand up here and we're gonna tear each other apart. But it's all out of love. That's my cousin, and but we're gonna say some shit. So that's not happening right now. But and Moose like kind of sprung this on me, so I gotta come up here and kind of improv, be funny. But I'm funny as hell, so fuck it.
Woo!
But I didn't know I was like doing this other skit. So I used to have a drinking problem, and
We're in a bar, we all have one.
yeah, when I was a bartender too, so that just like, added to it. But so one day I'm talking to one of the cooks in the back or whatever, and that comes up. That's the issue comes up, and he goes, well, how often did you drink? And I said, well, I only drank on days that ended in Y. And he's like, Monday, Tuesday. When I said, I'll be back in like 5 minutes when you get that. So, and here, I'm gonna sit down. I've never done this. I do stand up. I've never sat down, but let's try this. So I like to be a goofball at work. And I like to get people's attention, so I talk about fucked up shit. So I love watching like those, not like CSI, but those like forensic file shows where not that you like pull for the murderer, but you're like, dude, if you would have just not smoked that cigarette and like put it in the toilet, you would have got away. And I've watched so many of those shows, and so I think I honestly, and now me saying this outs me because but I think I could commit the perfect murder.
I could.
I need to talk to
I seriously do. It's really. I'm not going to give you guys details because I'm going to beat you to it. But so I'm standing around. I'm at work bartending, and I'm around a bunch of like, young girls or whatever. They're serving. They're all just like on their phone, and I'm trying to chat with them. And so I start listing off all the details on how to commit the perfect murder. And I'm like getting into it. I'm like really thinking about it. But I notice after the 7th or 8th one, I look up and they're all just like, Andy, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, maybe I should stop talking about this. So I did my first showcase. Moose was generous to let me do one down in Cheviot, not to promote another bar or whatever, or to promote another bar. Hey, there we go. Look at me up here just spinning around. So I what? Sydney.
Sitting around.
Standing around. It's like, no, you're sitting.
Oh, I'm sitting. Yeah, I know. I'm trying something different. I'm new and I'm just trying to figure something out. I think it just adds a new element.
Woo!
Like, I like the comedians that do this. Probably my next showcase, I'll start doing this one. But I'm gonna try I'm gonna do the sitting one because I'm lazy.
Combined them.
It didn't rain today, so it gave me no excuse to be lazy because I love it when it rains. Because I'm like, you can say, well, I didn't cut the grass today because it rained, but I like to go, well, I was gonna mail this letter today, but it's raining, so fuck it, I'm not gonna mail it. But anyway, let me get back to the point of what I was trying to make. So I did my first showcase, and my last joke was this joke about suicide, and I'm doing this. So Moose flashes me, you know, with like a minute left or whatever. So I'm like, holy shit! Like I know that. Oh, so it like lets you know that you got like 1 minute left. And so I'm like, but this joke is like 2 minutes long. Holy shit. Well, yeah, that too. But that's moves. I mean, I'm going to let him keep that thing, and I'm just going to do this thing. So I'm like, shit, I'm not going to be able to tell this joke. And I'm like, you know, like I'm not like necessarily nervous, but I'm like, I need to get through this joke. And so, here's the joke, because I screwed it up at the end. So I'm going to try to finish it. I'm working with this dude, and he's like 17 years old. Can't buy liquor. Asked me to buy him a $15 bottle of Captain Morgan. And so I do, or whatever, but he doesn't have the money to pay me for it. So I was like, oh, that's cool. You can just, you know, pay me later. And 2 days later, he hangs himself.
Oh.
And, yeah, I know. But don't worry, it gets better. So the night before the funeral, me and my girlfriend at the time, we go out, we party in memory of him, and we get all drunk, and then we wake up the next day all hungover. We're running late, and where the funeral is at this church in like East Buttfuck, Indiana, and so I've got a fucking shit, like I've got rot gut, and so there's no way that oh. You're old, I got that.
Oh.
Acting like I was going to pick it up and get the light. I always have to pick it up.
Empty promises. So we're driving out there. It's, like I said, it's out in who knows where. We're going up and down hills. My stomach's killing me. And I'm going to freaking destroy this toilet at this church. And there's no way. I 100% have to freaking go. And so, but it's like the third church ever fucking built in Indiana. It's super old and rickety, and
Well, are they?
no, the toilet. That's the point of the story. Is don't shit in toilets in old churches in Indiana. That's, especially at a funeral for a kid that just committed suicide.
Oh.
And so we get there, and they weren't letting people in at first. There was like 100 people congregated in this area, like a waiting room area. And the only bathroom, like I said, it's the oldest church in freaking Indiana. Like if you blink too hard, you could hear it bouncing off the walls. And but I have to go. And the only bathroom is right next to this whole waiting room area. So I go in there and I start destroying this bathroom. And I can hear, you know, the shit's bouncing off the walls, and I feel bad for everybody because, you know, it's such a sad moment. But in my fucked up mind, I'm like, that dude still owes me $15. Like, should I? Like, is it appropriate to, when you go through that, like, receiving line or whatever by the casket where you're sorry for your loss, but then should I, like, pull his dad aside, like, but Dave still owes me, like, $15. I see it worked better this time. I fucked it up the last time. What's going on? How much, I don't, like, I can...
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, all right. Hey, should I talk more?
Woo!
Okay, all right. So I love taking naps, and yeah, that's awesome because I'm like retired. I don't have anything to do, and and I can't sleep. I got all this shit's going around in my head, and so I wake up from a nap the other day, and my air conditioner's running, and I farted, and my air conditioner immediately cuts off. And I think did I just acquire some weird superpower where I can like control electronics in my household? but I disproved my theory later that day because I was watching TV and I shit my pants and nothing happened.
Oh.
It was just a weird coincidence.
Hey, I heard if you do that when you're in a car wreck, you get more money.
What's that?
If you piss or shit your pants and you're in a car wreck,
You get more money?
Yeah, you get 5,000 for pissing and 10 for shitting.
That is amazing information. I love the
But
fact
don't fuck
that.
with cops around here. 'cause they
Yeah. That is so good. I hate grocery shopping. What?
You're running low on your recorder.
You can stop. I mean, nobody wants to see this anyway, so you can just stop it. I appreciate you recording. I hate grocery shopping because I'm not like really like a jealous person or like real self-conscious, but for some reason, every time I go into the produce department and when I walk by the cucumbers, I'm just like, fuck you.
What about bananas?
I can compete with bananas. But cucumbers oh my god. Okay, I'll stop on this one, I guess. Which one should I do? Okay. So I had a one-night stand a couple years ago, which I really don't ever do. But so I meet this girl when I was bartending, and she was hitting on me and blah 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 blah. Gives me her number, and she leaves. And so I'm closing the bar down. I'm mopping. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. They're like, "Andy, you have a phone call." And so I'm like, "Who the hell's calling me? What's going on?" "Hey, this is," whatever the hell her name was. Obviously, she meant a lot to me. I typed her name into my phone and it just says K. So it starts with a K. But she goes, "I forgot my carryout order. Would you mind bringing it